Hello everyone, welcome to another part of my Windows 2022 tutorial. We are again in our server. Today I wanted to show DHCP, how you can install it and how you can configure it. I also wanted to add a computer to the domain and show how the DHCP lease works. So I have prepared myself additional workstation. So this is Windows 10. And we're gonna add this workstation to the domain. And we're gonna try to get it. We're gonna try to force it to get a specific IP address from the lease, from the DHCP that we're gonna create. Of course, I wanted to go back to the time synchronization thing because, like I said in a previous video, I wanted to check it once again. So if you are interested in changing time servers, you can always visit this website. There's like quite a lot of different time servers specified here. Just gonna change this. Quite a lot of them here actually. Google, Cloudflare, Facebook, of course timewindows.com from Microsoft, Georgia State University. It all depends what kind of server do you want to use. I'm gonna try to change mine to Google and set it up. So let's open CMD. Let's check the status. So we have the local CMOS clock. So now we can also change and check the registry. Let's check the registry. So as you can see, this is W32 time, so the time service. And here are all the things regarding it. Of course, start. We should also have, let's check. Okay, let's check trigger, time provider, security, time limit parameters, service main. Okay, configuration. Let's go back for a moment to my notes. To use a specific NTP source, modify the type volume to NTP. Okay, so you would need to modify this. Of course, we're gonna do it the old way. I'm just gonna copy this. And we're gonna see. Okay, once again. And let's change, of course, this IP address. We're gonna change it to timegoogle.com. Okay. After that, we're gonna stop and start the service. Okay. So I don't think we'll see anything here changing right now. No, nothing changed here as of now. Okay. So we're gonna go to services. I'm gonna find the time service once again. So Windows time. I'm gonna restart the service. Okay. And after this, I'm gonna clear the logs because I'm used to doing this. If I do a restart, I like to have like clean logs. And after that, we're just gonna restart and leave it for a while so it can process everything. And we'll see after a while if the synchronization worked. So let's wait a moment. Of course, the more services, as you can see, everything takes a little while. Okay. Let's go into our server. Okay, let's open Server Manager. And like I said, I'm not gonna check anything now. I'm gonna leave it for a while. And let's go to, of course, DHCP. So first of all, I'm gonna go here, of course. We're gonna add a new role. So we're gonna add DHCP server. We're gonna restart the server after the installation is done. Let's go back for a moment. So this is my workstation. I'm gonna check the network here. Okay, let's go to properties. Okay, so the only thing I'm gonna change here is, of course, my DNS, which I'm gonna be using. Okay. Let's check how it's going here. Still, install is commencing. So we can actually try to add this to the domain. We're just gonna check here. Let's open the administrative tools on our server and let's check users and computers, of course. Okay, so every new workstation or whatever you actually add to the domain is gonna jump here into the computers container, and from here it can be moved to a different container that you create in your tree. Here, of course, here we have the domain controller. Here we have all the users, so I got the administrator user. But I think I will just create another user. I'm just gonna call it admin. It's gonna be admin. And I'm gonna change it like this. The password doesn't expire. Okay. And we're gonna add this admin user account to administrators. So let's find administrators. Gonna add it to the administrators. Let's check. Probably also we have domain admins and one more, DNS admins. There should be also, well, okay, I'm gonna add this one as well. Okay, so let's refresh. I'm gonna create, we're gonna create a new container because I wanted to, after we add to the domain, this workstation wanted to move it to a new container. So organizational unit, and I'm gonna call it Windows 2000, maybe Windows 10. Okay, so everything that comes up here is gonna be then moved to here, or all my Windows computers. If I had additional servers, I would make a server unit and so on and so on. Okay, so DHCP is done. Now we have to complete the DHCP configuration here, so let's open the DHCP configuration. So we're gonna choose next, we're gonna choose the default administrator. Although we can provide other credentials, we could provide the credentials of the user that we just now created, so the admin user. We could just specify it here like admin, and then it would be this account that is responsible for the credentials, but I think I'm just gonna use this one. Okay, so that's done. Let's go back to our workstation. Let's open up here Properties tab. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go to Tools and of course the DHCP. So this is our DHCP. Let's check what do we have here. Add, remove bindings, unauthorize, backup. if we go to backup, here is the default backup for the DHCP, where it is stored. It's in the Windows System 32 DHCP backup. Of course, you can change that to a different location. Of course, standard tasks that you can perform on DHCP, like stop, pause, restart, and stuff like that. Icon size, refresh, of course, export list, properties. So in properties, we have the database path. So the path is here. So here where is the database is located, and here is the backup. Where the backup is located, you can always browse it and change the backup path to something else. Okay, so let's go to IPv4. So we got like server options, policies, filters. So we're gonna create a new scope for IPv4. So let's do a new scope, which I'm gonna just call DDR. So here is gonna be the list that we're gonna create. So you're making a reservation from one IP address to another. So I want to book, let's say, IP addresses from 200 to, let's say, 203. So very small, because it's just a test. So very small list. I could even maybe change it to 5. Okay, so only 5 addresses for the list. You got here, of course, exclusions. Exclusions, if you want to make them, you can also exclude some IP addresses. I'm gonna just skip that. Okay, for how long the lease, the duration of the lease, how long should it be, right? So you got here 8 days. I'm gonna change to 1 day. Okay, next we're gonna configure DHCP options for the scope. So we're gonna create configure the additional options for the scope that we are just creating. So first of all, we're gonna create configuration for our default gateway, right? Router, so gateway. So in my case, I gotta check what was the gateway here, because I don't have a steady one. So this time it's this. Okay, so this is my router gateway. Okay, next, you can specify the parent domain you want the client computers on your network to use for DNS name resolution. Of course, we want this domain to be used. To configure scope clients to use DNS servers on your network, enter the IP addresses of those servers. Of course, we have already entered the IP addresses here. I don't know why this is here, shouldn't be. Okay, I can even remove all of this and I can just add it here. I'm gonna resolve it and add. Okay, so this is my main server, right? If I had more servers, if I have a failover, if I had more domain controllers, I would add those also here. Alright, so what's next? And entering server IP addresses here enables Windows clients to query WINs before they use broadcast to register and resolve NetBIOS names. Okay, so I will add here my main server as well. Resolve, add. And do you want to activate the scope? Yes, I want to activate the scope after it's done. So this is my scope. It's active. If we go here, we got stuff like address pools. So the main address pool that I just created from 200 to 205. address leases. So here are gonna be all of your computers that you add to the domain. They are gonna jump in here, and they're gonna get the leases from the pool, the IP addresses. Reservations. You can make a reservation for the specific computers in your domain or servers. So once the reservation is made, this computer won't get another IP address. It will always stick with the one that you made the reservation for. So very handy if you have sometimes some power outages and something just happens to your DHCP or to the domain controller which holds the DHCP service as well, and your let's say IP address is starting to get scrambled and you have problem because the computers are getting different IP addresses. Here's the thing to resolve it. Reservations. You should put as many reservations as you can here. So thanks to that, all the IP addresses are gonna stick no matter what. Once you get the DHCP running again on the feed, the reservations are gonna be taken from here and put to your computers. Okay, so this is the scope options that we just configured. So the router, of course, so my gateway, the DNS server, so of course my DNS server is my domain controller, my domain name, so this is my domain name, wins server. Okay, so we get win server. Of course we can probably configure some more options here. We got also the time server, but I'm not gonna configure it right now because I'm not sure if the synchronization is working how it should be. We're gonna check in a moment maybe. Of course we got the name server as well that we can add, log server, cookie server, so quite a lot of options here to choose from if you want to read about them and how they can be actually configured. Pretty easy stuff, nothing very fancy. NetBIOS over TCP IP if somebody wants to. Okay, so basically this is how it looks. So now let's actually go here. I'm gonna see if so let's open the control panel. Let's say system, because I need to get here. Okay, let's try rename the computer. Okay, so we can add it to the domain, and since I have created like an additional account, admin account, with all the privileges required, I'm gonna check in a moment because we're gonna add it to, of course, DDR local. Let's check first admin if this works. Okay, so it works like it should. We have added the computer to the domain with the newest account that I have created. I didn't want to use the default one, administrator. So for work, it's better to always use a different one. And well, we're now gonna restart everything, of course. I'm gonna restart this workstation and we're gonna see if it got the lease from the DHCP, because it's supposed to get a specific IP address from the lease that I've specified. Okay, so as of now we don't have any connection here, so I'm gonna check in a moment. There it goes, it just jumped. Okay, so I'm gonna log in. maybe just sorry without this. Forgot about it. I forgot that it's not a local. It's the domain user. Okay, so until this loads, let's go back to our DHCP. We're gonna go to the scope. Let's go to address pool, address leases. And there we go. This is our workstation that has been added just now to our newest lease. Test DDR local, of course, and it got the first IP address from the lease, so 200. So everything works like it should. And I'm gonna add this to the reservation pool. So now it's in reservations. Okay. So we can go back to our workstation and we can check here by CMD. Okay, so this is how it looks. We have added a computer to the domain. We managed to configure the DHCP. We configured the lease, made a reservation. And of course, the only thing that is left, I just wanted to check if my actual time server is now running like it should. Let's check if it actually changed or not. Okay, so we have here the timegoogle.com, so the one that I specified and I wanted and just needed to let it have some time to synchronize. And of course, if you want to dangle with DHCP a little bit more, like I said, scope options, no. Yeah, scope options, sorry about that. Configure options, let's see the time server. So if we wanted to specify a time server, and let's say we would use our domain controller as our time servers, of course we're gonna specify it here, right? So gonna resolve, add, apply, okay. So now our main domain controller is also our time server. Okay, so let's just check. So this is my hour. Let's check on another one on the workstation. We'll need to change here because I have actually installed the English version here with the time zone not changed. So all I would need to do is just change the time zone. If I could just find this stuff, language preferences. Okay, let's check here. Date and time, change time zone. Okay, the time zone is fine. Additional clocks. Okay, so probably I would need to change the region. Region is bad. Okay, I'm gonna just change it to mine. Apply. Okay, and there we go. So the time is how it should be on this one and on this one. Okay, so I think I will conclude my video here. So we have done the DHCP. We have added the computer to a domain, and of course we have configured the time server. In our next video that I'm gonna make, I will try to show you how you can install SUS, so Windows updates, that you can propagate all the updates to through your domain to your workstations and servers and whatever you have. And I'm gonna also talk about troubleshooting, because there is a lot of troubles sometimes regarding especially this particular service. Okay, so I think I will conclude the video here. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and of course, if you feel like being a Patreon, go for it. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks.